So you broke and need money to pay your bills and learn C# at the same time? Well, I got 3 things I'm gonna cover in this video to make sure we put some money in your pocket and you can learn programming at the same time. You reached the right video. Let me explain. All right, guys, I'm gonna give you guys a twist. I know I said C#, but I want to broaden this out to Microsoft and how your whole path to learning how to code is not just straightforward. Believe it or not, C# is probably not going to be the only language you learn. You're going to learn other types of languages, like a script language or a language that's specifically for the platform that we're going to talk about here. And the first platform we're going to talk about is Microsoft Power Platform, which includes a lot of applications like Power BI, Automate, and much more that we can't cover in this video. But a lot of it's Microsoft. What programming language do you think about when you think about Microsoft? C#. But in a lot of areas, you would leverage Python and JavaScript as well, depending on what you're doing. What the point I'm trying to make here is, it's okay to learn smaller scripting programming languages on your path to learning something more enterprise driven like a C#. You just need to know when to use which programming languages and how they're leveraged depending on what ecosystem you're in. So let's talk about Power Platform a little bit. Power Platform is a low-code solution that's going to allow you to build apps. Are you going to build enterprise level apps like ERP systems that Fortune 500 is going to use? That's debatable, but you can leverage different modules, different add-ons to the ERP, custom things that you can really leverage and actually use in a real world production environment. Do all of these use C#? Some of them does, but some of them use Python and JavaScript depending on what you're doing. So my point I'm trying to make is, you're probably going to have multiple programming languages in your tech stack as you're learning how to code. You just got to make sure you pick the right combination of programming language to learn so that they can complement each other. And that's the key word, complement each other along your path to software development. And we'll cover that in more details in this video. But before we get started, do me a favor. Tell me your experience with learning C# and what other programming languages you learned along the way, or what's your struggles, what you're struggling at. Comment below. Give me your experience as you're learning C# and any other platforms, and we'll cover the details in a later video. So Microsoft Business Central is a small business to mid-sized business ERP system that you're going to be doing custom modules for depending on what the company needs, custom integrations, a lot of integrations with APIs that you can leverage, and you can use app services as well. There's a wide variety of programming languages you can use for app services, but one of those is C#. One of them is going to be Python, and every now and then you do a little PHP and JavaScript as well. But for the sake of this video, we're going to keep it to C# and some of the supporting languages that you're going to learn along the way. One thing that we talked about is clients need development in the Power Platform and Business Central. These are areas that you can make money in really quickly with not a lot of knowledge, as long as you can present yourself as a value to that particular client. And you got the backing of the Microsoft ecosystem so that you can really start to expand from there. Niche down, put yourself in a position so that you can win as a developer. That's what's going to help you stand apart. I can't tell you enough how many cookie cutter developers that are out there who I'm going to just say general software developers. They work over here at WordPress one day, they're working over here in Workday one day, SAP, Salesforce, whatever kind of clients you can get. Which, no, I'm not going to knock that at the beginning when you're trying to figure out what you want to do. But as you go along, you should be niching down to an ecosystem like Microsoft, like SAP, like Oracle, one of the top 10 ERP systems, regardless of which one you pick. As long as you are marketable there, you're going to be, at least for the clients who need those services, highly valuable. In turn, can request more money for each job, and you're going to be a asset to that company. So at the end of the day, we really need you guys to identify some of the systems that Microsoft has to offer so that you can take advantage of that small to mid market. I like that particular ecosystem because it gives you an opportunity to still learn on a small scale and have that ability to get to companies who want to operate like an enterprise as well, versus SAP and Oracle, where you got the Fortune 500s already using it. The likelihood you can come in and learn something from end to end on one of those systems is highly unlikely. A lot of certifications, a lot of variables that you have to consider. Again, not to say you can't learn. I'm just trying to kind of put things into context for you so that you can make the right decision on which career path you want to take so that you can make the most amount of money in a way that's going to help benefit you and can leverage the skills you guys already have. That being said, I cover all of this in my 7-step guide. Links below for that. We get into which ecosystem is going to be right for you to pick, what programming language and all that stuff. So that's a free guide, so I'll put links to that. And also, if you already got the free 7-step guide, we have a 90-day developer course. We got some good rates for it. It's going to help take your skills to the next level in 90 days. So go ahead, the links below for that. We got some good rates right now, so take advantage of that and we can get you guys started. So check out the links below for the free 7-step guide and our premium course. Last but not least, another area you can make a lot of money in as a C# developer is Microsoft Dynamics 365 Finance and Operations. This is their flagship premium ERP system that competes with all the other big boys when it comes to ERP systems. Once you get a certification in this, or even you don't even need a certification, you start doing work for this, you're going to be highly sought after and you can make a lot of money with this. And the difference between this and all the other ones, it's a little bit more involved. It's a little bit more of a robust system, but it uses a programming language called X++. And it's similar to C#. And it got a lot of things in common, a few slight differences, but for the most part, if you know C#, you can get into X++ really quickly, and vice versa. You know X++, you can get into C# really quickly. And again, the premise of this video is you're not just going to learn one programming language exclusively as you expand your knowledge to that company's tech stack. Again, complementary programming languages is the key to learning how to be an effective programmer. So at the end of the day, guys, I want you to make as much money as you can. And even at the beginning, where you don't have as many skills as you think, you start to niche down using a Power Platform. You start to do some Business Central development, and then you get into the Dynamics Finance and Operations. That's when you're going to start to make the massive amounts of money to where the higher end programmers are at, guys. So I can really belabor this or just cover this point for hours and hours, but I'm not going to do that for you. That's where we got our 7-step guide and our 90-day developer course. Links below for all of that, guys. Go check that out. Why we got good rates on all that. Like, subscribe to the content. If you have additional questions, just come out and just ask them. I want to really start to build out a platform that's going to allow you guys to interact, see where you at in your career, and make sure you're on the right path and create that career plan that you can execute. Even if you are an aspiring developer who haven't gotten a programming job, I got you covered. And the people who already have a programming job, you're not happy, I call you unhappy developers. We'll create a career plan that's going to be right for you specifically, and not just get the latest dead-end job that you're miserable at, even though you're writing code. So again, let's have a discussion below. Check out the resources in the description box, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.